At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. My name is Adam, the CEO of Vibra Finance, 6-year crypto OG. Here to bring you some news, updates, what's going on in the world of crypto. If you're not following us on Twitter, follow us at Vibra Finance. We'll be starting the spaces very shortly. Just been talking to a couple people in the background, see who would like to join. So let's get into it. Let's check out some of the bubbles today on the 24-hour. We had a gnarly dip yesterday. Last couple of days, Bitcoin's crashing. Ordinals have completely destroyed the network. What are they going to do? They're going to have to come up with some kind of update to the network. And I guess that takes months to pass. You got all of the maxis, don't want to change a thing. So very interesting times we're in. Who would have saw this coming a couple weeks ago? I remember talking about the Ordinals when they first hit like a $13 billion market cap. $13 million market cap. And then all of a sudden they're up to $1 billion now. So it's crazy. So, I mean, we just another bloody day. Pepe down again, down below 200. So exactly at 10x from where I bought in. So anyone that got in our Discord still up a decent amount. So I got out. I just don't feel a need to hold a meme coin right now, especially when things are looking the way they are, the macro. So checking out some of the checking out the leaderboard actually here. We got Hex coming in at number 8, the only coin up in the last 7 days. Love to see that. So we got a little bit to go. Below 10 billion. So if we get them up to 11 cents or so, flip XRP again. And then Binance is, $50 billion. So we got a way to go. But, man, as soon as Pulse launches, I think we're going to see some fireworks. I think people are sleeping on Hex, to be honest with you. There's so much focused on Pulse and Pulsechain over there that people are just sleeping on Hex. And I'm definitely not. I got a stake that just ended, and the gas is so high that I'm not even ending it right now. There's only 1.5 T shares. So it's a little tiny stake. And it's crazy. The small people right now are priced out. Gas at 100 right now. Too much. It's just too high. It's unsustainable in my opinion. But we'll see what Vitalik does. As I've been saying all along, Ethereum is ran by VC America. The big boys are behind it now. So what are they in anything for? Profits, to make money. And one way to do that with ETH is keep the network congested, keep fees up. That's just more money that they're making at the end of the day. So I don't see any incentivization to drop this down unless something forces a change. I don't think anything's going to happen. They're going to keep just eating those fees. So this was a really interesting article right here. We've been talking so much about the hypocrisy lately. Goldman Sachs finds crypto interest has waned among the ultra rich. Interesting. Because it certainly hasn't waned in the circles that I've been talking to. It's actually growing. I've been really closely watching the amount of Hex stakers, and it's been growing consistently. I think we're at almost 122,000 now. And I remember vividly doing descriptions in the YouTube tags and there were 111,000 Hex stakers. And now, we're growing. So I wonder if they knew about Hex, if they'd think this way. Goldman Sachs' latest survey of institutional family office investors has found that interest in crypto has significantly faded among the wealthy elite due to the extreme crypto market volatility in the past year. The part of the family offices that are not invested in crypto and are not interested in having it in the future has risen from 62% to 39%. That's so deceiving. So that includes people who are against crypto. So they're going out there finding anyone that doesn't like crypto and surveying them. It's so funny. Well, this makes me more bullish, in my opinion. The more I see FUD like this, the more bullish I get overall. We're seeing Bitcoin trading at nearly a $650 premium on Binance US. The widening discrepancy between the Bitcoin price on Binance's US arm and the global counterparts has some observers worried about the impending legal action directed at Binance. Tuesday, the pair Binance USD traded at a $650 premium to its Coinbase counterpart. Market makers are saying this most likely results from them leaving the exchange in anticipation of regulatory action. Really? The only thing I saw is they weren't allowed to buy out Voyager at this time. There's one article, the last statement was the best part. The USDT premium should be irrelevant if fiat withdrawals work properly. Can't people just withdraw from Binance US? It has to be either a secret USD fee or USD not working. So right now, this is just Operation Choke Point in full effect. This is exactly what they wanted. Binance is out of their control. Binance is not in the United States. Binance US is the one that we can use, but in New York here, you can't even use it. So I don't even look at it like a normal exchange, like Bitstamp or Gemini or some of these other ones that are legally allowed to operate. This is exactly what the narrative is going to continue to be. Too risky. The elites want out. Goldman Sachs is telling you right now. But what are they doing? What is Goldman Sachs doing? While their clients don't have interest, you don't think that they can easily stir up demand with their clients? If they go, I know they're buying right now. I know for a fact. So when the market turns and they own a majority of the bags, you don't think they can show it to their customers? The stuff right 5-6% right now in money market accounts. You don't think when Hedera comes around at 6.5%, oh, you can make an extra 6.5%, no risk, or an extra 1.5%, no risk. There's so many DeFi protocols out here that are going to be available for these guys. All of these institutions right here are working with companies like Hex Trust. These are the intermediaries right now. Interoperability is what's coming in the future. It's what we need so bad right now in crypto. And because it's not here, all of the big money has to go to companies like this, Hex Trust, to Metamask Institutional, to third parties to use crypto. If you're a business, you don't have time to do this stuff. It's a waste. Your business does one thing. It does one thing really well. So your time is spent growing your business. You don't have time to worry about this stuff. So until it's much easier to use, till interoperability is there, these companies are going to be using Hex Trust, MetaMask, Fidelity, all these companies to help them use crypto properly. Until regulations are out, nobody wants to break the laws. It's the people I talk to that are the wealthiest, that are established in businesses, they are the most scared of taxes, the IRS, doing something illegally. They're so scared. It's just, I guess, the way it is for that generation. Right? They're all older. They're not below 40. They're all in their 50s and 60s. So I don't know if it's just a generational thing, but they're so hesitant to do anything without regulation, without clarity, without all that. So these intermediaries are necessary right now. And that's why we need to support real DeFi. We need to grow stuff outside these systems that entices the money out of there. You know, Fidelity is not going to survive just buying and selling crypto. They need to use DeFi. That's where all the gains are going to be in the future. The money markets, mutual funds, all this stuff is not what it was when I was growing up. For my whole life, it was put $1 million away, get 5% on that, and you live off the 50 grand every year. That is long gone. So that's going to change the way everybody invests. That changes the way everybody is thinking out there. And it like with Binance US, they did not allow them to buy Voyager out. So they do not want stuff they can't control. Binance is owned by CZ. They want to see Gemini, Coinbase, Kraken, the American exchanges thrive. So they're going to do everything they can to consolidate. And then they're doing it with the banks too right now. It's so bad. I was in commercial real estate in 2008. It's when I started my career. Everybody told me I was crazy. What are you doing? I was fresh out of college. I didn't know about, I knew the economy was bad, but I didn't understand how it worked. So I was completely oblivious to it. And I started real estate in 2008 and worked right through the whole crash. And it was the best thing that happened because it showed me how to do things when things aren't easy. It showed me when things are tough, when people's backs are against the wall, they act a lot differently than when money's flowing in and everything's good. You get two different people. And the same thing. So growing in real estate and seeing that collapse and understanding that this collapse that's going on right now, just the three big banks we know about is as big as 2008. So what's coming, this collapse is insane. It's going to get real bad. I hear that there's 700 banks that have been running at 50% insolvency for months now. But Jerome Powell is not going to tell you that. He's going to come out here. His job, the Fed is a private entity out there to compete with the United States. They're out here to steal all of our wealth without giving away all their tricks. It's funny that Jerome referred to as all of his tricks in his tool bag to help stabilize inflation in the economy. We really got to dig deep and look for some tools in our shed. Well, the only tool left is to raise the debt ceiling. They're out of tools. There were no tools. It was all nonsense. They're living in clown world now. It's to the point where all they can do is print. QE is the only way out of all this. And that's going to create a massive inflow into hard assets. Bitcoin, gold, all commodities, I think. So it's coming. So Bittrex files bankruptcy. They're gone now. They believe it has more than 100,000 creditors with liabilities from $500 million to $1 billion. But the funny thing is, they have 100% of their customers' funds. Richie Lai, co-founder and CEO, tweeted that the bankruptcy filing was the cleanest way to bury the baby. But they still have 100% of all customers' funds. Isn't that weird? That's the first exchange I've seen to go down that still has all their customer funds. Voyager, you're getting at most 70% back. I lost my Filecoin in Gemini Earn, and there's no way we're going to get 100% back there. And there's still an operating exchange. It just doesn't add up. Celsius, same thing. You're not getting 100% back. No way. FTX, you're not getting 100% back. So how did the biggest exchanges that went under, what did they do? Start selling off clients' assets or customers' assets? Or did Bittrex do it correctly the right way? And they're just getting punished and buried, and it's just not worth it to do business here. You might as well just pack up and leave. And that's what Ripple's doing. They Gemini did it with their derivative account, and Coinbase. One is in Bermuda. I think the other's in the Bahamas. So Coinbase and Gemini just opened up massive exchanges to work with foreign customers. So everyone around the world is going to be able to trade derivatives through Gemini's platform, and the US is going to miss out. Meanwhile, we're just printing to death. Jerome is transitioning inflation out because it's only transitory. It's a complete joke. And that's why I keep harping on, all of my Hexagon OG friends and I'll even say Maxis, they won't look outside the RH ecosystem. And I think that's a big mistake, in my opinion. What if you have to have a plan B? What if Richard had a heart attack tomorrow? What if someone poisoned him tomorrow? What if Pulsechain ends up failing? You have to have a plan B. So a little bit of exposure to XLM, a little bit of exposure to Kava, where you can stake on Atomic Wallet right now for 22% staking. So I don't know, what the risk is in that. Osmosis, a great way to get into the Cosmos ecosystem. I think the Atom token sucks. The inflation is out of control. I don't think it's going to do nearly as well as Osmosis or Juno or some of these other coins. Injective Protocol, it was at over $10 and now it's at $6. Staking at 12% on Atomic Wallet, and you control your keys on there. So, I diversify, in Algorand even. XLM, XRP. I want to be able to take my Pulse chain, take my PulseX and my Hex, and provide liquidity with XRP and Flare in their massive decentralized pools that are going to be coming when the new I think it's XLS 30, the amendment comes out. And Flare right now, it's under 3 cents. I'm going to buy a little bit more because if you delegate to Bitfrost wallet, you will 10x your bag. They have 33 more airdrops coming. They changed the way the snapshot. Well, they changed the way the distribution of the coins is going. At first, I had my coins on Bitstamp Exchange in December of 2020. I just got my coins last month. So I downloaded Bitfrost wallet, sent them over there, and delegated it. And that now qualifies me for the Flare drop. So there's 33 free airdrops coming, depending on your amount that you have delegated. So I don't see you. That's how do you lose? If you take $100 and throw it in here and delegate it, which $100 would be like what? Maybe 2,000 coins or whatever. And then you delegate that, and you'll get every month an airdrop. The first month was 18%, and it's going to trim down every month. But you'll end up almost 10xing your bag. So the next bull run, when you have almost in 2025, you have 15,000 Flare coins, and you have your bag of Pulse or whatever, and then you can just lock them up with no arbitrage risk, no impermanent loss risk. And the pools are incentivized that the bigger they grow, the more yield comes in. So it's like, how can you lose, right? My last Hex stake that I haven't even ended yet because gas is so much. It was only 1.5 T shares. That stake paid me an average of 19% for 2 years. So Hex dropped down in price when I staked it 2 years ago, almost 70%, and I only made 19. So when I can stake Kava for 19% as well. Flare, I can 10x my bag, and also there's a weekly percentage. It's like 4 or 5% you get a week. So for 2 years, that's not bad. That's going to be another almost 15% of your bag. So I look for ways to not that I can just sleep at night and not have to worry about anything. Stuff where I can take profits. When Hex pumped to 11 cents, I took profits in it. I knew it was going to dip, and I bought some Flare, and I bought some more Kava. And I bought Osmosis because the staking is triple digits or double digits on them, almost 20%. So that's the stuff I look for. I'm thinking long term. I want to think 10, 15 years down the road. Same thing with XLM, the stuff that these guys are doing. XLM is MoneyGram right now. Right now they've had a massive inflation problem, XRP2, but that's pretty much done with for XLM. And XRP, it's going to be a problem. But I own that in my IRA. I in my daily stuff, I don't own XRP because I don't think even if the lawsuit settles, whatever, we pump the $3. I don't see us over being able to come to inflation. It's out of control. Just like the Fed, the only tool they have in their tool shed is a redheaded stepchild. Yeah, I hope his name isn't Brandon. I hope it's Karen. Yeah, bro, they're out of tools, bro. It's so bad. They're stuck between QE and printing, or you destroy the economy. And right now, at the cost of American jobs, they just raised rates. So it's so obvious what they're doing. But what Stellar's doing, their roadmap for 2023, it's amazing. I really think in the future that there's a chance that Stellar, XRP, and XLM could almost become stable coins, and other cryptos could be priced on them. That's where they're headed. Ripple Labs, the company, is going to be a part of the central bank in the future. That's my tinfoil hat theory. From all the research I've done, that's where they want to go, is be part of the federal banking system. So having exposure to Ripple Labs, if you're a accredited investor on Link 2, you can buy into that stock right now, because I know damn well when that stock is ready to launch in a couple months, Kramer's going to be going nuts. Everyone's going to be shilling the hell out of this stock for you as a retail to buy it. And it's going to do exactly what Coinbase did. Launch, straight down and to the right. For sure. And everyone that's in the pre-sale for 25, 30, 40 bucks a share, it's never going to drop below $100. So whatever it launches at, it'll always stay above a 2 to 3x profit. So no matter what, you can't lose if you get in early. The stock system is rigged. If you're the everyday investor who's using E-Trade or Fidelity and just trading stocks, you are at such a disadvantage. I never understood it until I was able to get into these pre-sales in here. And I watched Coinbase on here. It was a company that they had listed, and sure enough, it was $10. I didn't get into it because I'm an idiot. And it launched at $370, right? At Kramer, everyone was shilling it. Oh my God, Coinbase is launching. It's going to be the next Facebook, rah, rah, rah. And it tanked 90%. So every single retail person that's bought Coinbase to this day, unless you bought the bottom and caught the little pump, you are wrecked. Everyone that bought within the first month is wrecked. But every single person that bought up until it launched is in profit, even after the dumps. So with XRP, I don't care if XRP, the price doesn't ever go up. I'm using XRP in the future as a liquidity providing tool to go with my Pulsex, my Pulsechain, or Zen, whatever bags, Texan, whatever in the future moon's next bull run. I'm taking that liquidity with my Flare XRP and using these decentralized public pools that are going to be available. They're going to be incredible. Don't let people tell you, or don't listen to this insane stuff that you hear in the Twitter spaces. I go into the XRP spaces and I literally can't stop laughing at how delusional these people are. They do not understand the difference between XRP, the digital asset, and Ripple Labs, the company. Ripple Labs has all the partners around the world in 40 corridors doing cross-border payments. They're using XRP as liquidity, yes, but that doesn't mean once XRP settles the case that they're just gonna flip the switch. It's just delusional thinking. But so I'm stacking XRP for those liquidity pools. XLM, I think, is going to be a blue chip coin that will be around in 15, 20 years. Casper, another coin that I think will be around in 20 years. 10% staking on Casper.live. You can do it right through your ledger. You can buy this on an exchange, KuCoin, Bitmart, whatever. Send it right to your ledger, stake it natively. 10.5%. Forget about it. Put it away. That's how you win in crypto. Buy a little bag of Kava. Stake it at 19%. Forget about it. Buy a little bag of Injective if you want. If you don't like Osmosis, something for the Cosmos ecosystem. Or honestly, you can buy Cosmos and stake it for 22% too. I just don't like the inflation on Cosmos I just don't like the tokenomics. So there's other opportunities. Hedera, same thing. Right now Hedera is sitting at almost 5 cents. I think Hedera is going to be a behemoth in the future. They're working with so many governments around the world. They're working with CBDCs. They are They have their institutional staking platform live. There's 27 corporations around the world using Hedera's institutional staking platform right now, earning yield. You don't think they're going to be incentivized to turn around and shill it to you once it's at 50 cents a dollar and they're still making that yield, earning more coins, and now it's at a 15 times X valuation? I mean, it's crazy not to think that. Fidelity right now, I can only go in as an individual and buy Bitcoin through their account, their crypto account. But as a business, I can go in and buy more accounts. If I set up a business brokerage account through Fidelity, I can buy more than Bitcoin. So the retail person is always at the biggest disadvantage, whether if it's in stocks, if you're buying anything on the open market, if you think Ripple Labs is going to do well in the future, wait till it dips 80% to buy. Do not buy it when it first launches. You will get wrecked. Now is the time to get into this pre-sale. You cannot lose. It will never dip below what these pre-sales are offering it for. How it works is Ripple. I got to log in, but I'm not doing that. So they sell it to you at a $5 billion valuation, and it's going to launch at a $15 billion valuation, $20 billion valuation. So it would literally have to collapse to the ground to fall to $5 billion. You can't lose. So when you see that and you understand it, you can't win in stocks unless you get super lucky and find a stock that just shoots up for whatever reason. Other than that, I don't see how you can beat all the accredited investors that are front running you. Pulsechain, another one that I'm into the pre-sale because they are the custodian for Ripple. They hold all their assets for them. All these companies don't want to custody crypto. It's a freaking nightmare to hold stuff on ledgers, put passwords all around, not get hacked. It's a full-time job to keep your stuff secure in different locations. It's crazy. So they rely on Pulsechain to do all this stuff for them. And all the biggest companies are going to do the same thing. Here, you take it, you deal with it, earn the best yield you can. And they will be doing that. Metamask is going to be interoperable with all these platforms. In the future, we're going to be able to take our Ethereum that we have on here and bridge it into all these platforms that the big boys are using. It's just going to take time. Fidelity's building it all out now. I've been watching interviews with their brokers, with their crypto people. The platform they have now is only a walled off garden. It's a private blockchain pretty much. But what they're building for the next bull run will be able to bridge stuff in. So it's not going to be what we think, where there's going to be a CBD system. We're going to be tracked with everything we do. No. They want you to think that. They want to make it so bad so that a certain demographic or a certain group of people, it's so bad for them where they can't afford anything that they beg for a CBDC. They're going to be wholesale CBDCs only, so banks can have liquidity instantly, so they don't have these run risks. If you have on-demand liquidity with what Ripple does, there's no risk of a bank run, and that's why Ripple is such a threat to their system. That's why they've been in almost a 3-year lawsuit, because what Ripple does is puts the banks out of business. And that's why you're not just seeing all the American banks partner with Ripple. They're trying to build their own stuff to compete with them, and it's all going to fail, in my opinion. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will succeed, but they're all going to, I think, end up working with Ripple when it all settles. The banking system is fully collapsing right now. There's 700 banks that are running at a 50% insolvency right now. Gwei is at over $100 or 100 Gwei. Staker app won't show me how much it costs to end a stake. I had 0.04 ETH in there. It was over $100 and I couldn't end a stake. So normally before it would tell you how much it would cost, but hopefully there's an update coming soon. But man, this is crazy. 125 now. This isn't changing. Bitcoin's broken. Jack Levin crashed Bitcoin. The vampire striked again. I mean, I don't know if it was actually him, but the Ordinals crashing Bitcoin, hilarious. Could you imagine if you're a maxi and you woke up now and you can't send your Bitcoin because the network is clogged up? It's broken. So Bitcoin is in turmoil. Ethereum is in turmoil. The banking system is in turmoil. Right now is the time to launch Pulsechain. Like literally the perfect time to launch Pulse. Richard could come through and steal the show from everybody right now, from everyone in this whole ecosystem. And I don't know if it's coincidence that Richard or BitBoy mentioned Richard or Pulsechain, and he found his sacrifice or something the other day. Is that coincidence? He's launching his own coin. He's in lawsuits. He's flying around the world chasing Sam Bankman-Fried. I mean, he's the detective now for crypto. But he now found his Pulsechain sacrifice randomly. I don't know if Ricardo Corazon maybe gave BitBoy a shout and said, hey, I'm coming to see you in a couple weeks, so get ready. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm hoping that. Maybe not. But Richard's tweets, they're changing. The tone to them is changing. You know, I think we're getting ready. I think we're so close. You know, the posts he's putting up of the snapshots, or not the snapshots, but the testnet stuff. I'm not a tech person, so I don't know what it means, but I see it in my Discord all the time, all the new stuff being posted, and man, I can't wait. I'm super excited. You know, we have all these platforms being built out. So all the big money right here, banks, asset managers, ETFs, hedge funds, look at this list right here. These are the people that are getting into crypto right now. These guys are just making their entries into the DeFi world because everything is collapsing around them. These intermediaries are building out through Metamask, the same stuff we use. They're going to be allowed to use all the dApps. They have 17,000 that they work with. They're fully compliant with everything. And this is the institutional gateway to digital assets. They're all doing it, guys. We need to front run them. What they're trying to do on Fidelity's platform for the average person is build it out, have Uniswap V4 built out on their back end so they can use DeFi, buy any coin they want. So any person that comes into their bank, that strolls into the front door or has a Zoom meeting with them, says, hey, yeah, I got $1,000 I just sent in. I want to buy whatever coin. They're going to take that $1,000, swap it out, take a fee on that, and then hold the asset for you through their custodian, which is Hex Trust, Coinbase, whoever it is, and then sell you back a derivative and say, here, look, in your JP Morgan account, you have $1,000 of Fidelity SHIB or Fidelity Doge or Fidelity XRP, whatever it is. So you as a customer will have a derivative of the crypto while they are earning yield on it somewhere else. There's no way they're not going to take whatever asset it is that they're selling you back as a derivative and throw it in an XRP liquidity pool, an open, decentralized liquidity pool with no arbitrage risk, no impermanent loss risk. They're going to do that. They're going to take whatever coin and they're going to take XRP and start earning liquidity while selling you a derivative while you make nothing but price appreciation. I can see it right now. You know, I talked to a lot of people that work in the financial system and they're under NDAs and stuff, but from what I'm hearing, they are going to be making a transition in the next 6 to 12 months. With it, it's here. You know, the interview I watched yesterday with Stellar's CEO and Franklin Templeton's CEO, they just launched the first tokenized government bond on the blockchain. Like, it's all coming, guys. It just has to be built out and safe for us. Or for the institutions. It needs to be, the public needs to be able to look at them and say, yup, it's safe. There's no risk. Clearly, it's not for criminals and drug dealers and bad people. I guess it's safe for us now. And they need to get that narrative in your head. Because right now, the stigma, if you walk around and ask the average person about crypto, you will get nothing but negative responses or fear, or they're scared of it or whatever. It's not positive. So that's going to change. Just like that, the sentiment can change. You know, crypto saved Ukraine over there. They're, with everything that was going on, if they weren't able to usher in crypto in real time and diversify it to people or spread it out to the people that needed it, they would have been in big trouble. So I was reading articles left and right, how crypto saved the day. Crypto saved the day. So instantaneously, they can get in people's heads that crypto's good, crypto's good, crypto's good. And they will do that once their bags are packed, once they are all earning yield, once all compliant or regulation is there, so they're fully compliant, and that way they can let retail come in and pick up the breadcrumbs after they're just gorging themselves to death. And that's what's going to happen, guys. I see it right now. I talk to people that work in the finance industry, and the crazy thing is that these guys don't understand it still. They're using third-party companies to build it out for them. They don't have time to do it. Of course, a few of them are going to become crypto platforms because that's where it all is when they understand that. But the writing's on the wall. We're going to be able to bridge in with our own wallets to Fidelity. If we want to go and buy a piece of, the St. Regis in Aspen that they just tokenized, we'll be able to, it'll be for sale on like LCX Exchange, another coin I'm super bullish on. You can buy it on Kraken, and they don't have liquidity on Uniswap for it, which was bizarre to me forever. But it is what it is. So these guys are launching a marketplace that you can sell Ferraris, Rolexes, diamonds, all kinds of high-end stuff as NFTs. And that's where the future is for all this stuff. We can front run them to all this stuff. Art, another thing they're going to tokenize. Everything that is owned, statues, bridges, whatever, the Statue of Liberty, the Golden Gate Bridge, tokenized, and they'll sell it. There's so much money that can be made off of that. And that's what's going to happen. So if I want to say in the future, buy a condo at the St. Regis in Aspen, and I make 1,000x off Pulsechain, and I swap it to Ethereum, and I can come in to LCX's exchange or whatever exchange that is selling the stuff, if it's Fidelity, whatever one it is, and then I can swap my Ethereum and use my Ethereum to purchase a hotel unit at the St. Regis. I'll be able to buy a Rolex from LCX exchange. I'll be able to get a freaking Van Gogh piece of art from somewhere, all with my Ethereum that I have in cold storage right now, or that's Pulsechain in the future that I take profits in. So interoperability is all coming. It's just being built out right now. It's not going to be walled off gardens. It's going to be awesome, guys. The future is so bright. You got to just believe it and don't listen. When you see people that put out insane FUD or just stuff that is just so out there, block them or mute them so you don't see it. You only want to see stuff that's positive and reinforcing and true. If you can filter out the nonsense, you'll get so far ahead. So front running what these institutions are doing is going to be the key to our fortunes, as well as Richard Hart ecosystem, as well as the Zen ecosystem, as well as everything out there. Texan, amazing community over there. The XRP ledger, some of the projects over there. Interoperability is coming. We're all going to be friends in the near future. This tribalism, all this is going to die down every year as people start to understand the Hex community is really no different than the Texan community, or the XRP community is no different than the Sologenic community. It's passionate people that believe in the technology or the coins that they own. And, right now, Bitcoin maxis are in big trouble. the network's broken. Ethereum is out of control. Come on, Richard. Now is the perfect time to launch Pulsechain, steal the thunder from all of crypto, and just run with it. You got this. And I know we're going to be rewarded for, I think, one more shakeout. I saw a couple massive wallets of over $100 million have dumped out and sold out in the last month or two. So there's only I want to say 80 sharks or whales or something like that. And if you can shake 5-10 out that aren't believers long term, Richard rewards his believers, in my opinion. I know that he does. So if we dip down one last time to 4 3 cents, shake out a couple more people, man, that it's just greener pastures on the other side. The bull market will come. You know, it's already 2023. It's been almost 2 years since the first Hex meetup in June, when I was out in the club with Kareem and Wales and Corey, the investor, and I know I'm forgetting people out there, but I can't believe it. Time flies, guys. And before we know it, regulations are going to be here. Everyone's going to be in compliance, and things are going to just turn, and Hex will make that climb to number 7, 6, 5. And I think we're going to get all the way back up to that number 3 spot. And who knows, you know, is this the flippening where XRP flips ETH, or Hex something flips ETH, or ETH flips Bitcoin? This cycle, it's going to happen. Supply shocks are going to happen with Bitcoin, ETH being deflationary, allegedly. Supply shocks are going to happen across crypto. And now's the time to pack your bags and this last dip over this summer in the stuff that you believe in. You know, I'm stacking bags of Flare, XLM, Filecoin, Casper, HBAR, Algorand. I have Avalanche in my Avalanche, Solana, and Cardano I have in my IRA. So I don't really, XRP's in my IRA, so I don't really count those. But let's see in the top 200, anything else here that, like, to AGIX fetch I had from the last bull run. Gala's a coin that I have. Altura is one of my favorite coins for this next bull run for gaming. Anyone that likes gaming coins, you can get it on Binance. You don't have to pay the ETH fees, and I really like it. Altura, Seedify, which is S Fund, and Gala and Illuvium. Those are my 4 picks for gaming for the next bull run. And then I have Zilliqa staked from the last bull run. You know, I don't know if buying, I guess, yes, 15% staking. I think Zilliqa's worth it with what they're building out for their metaverse stuff. You know, that stuff will all come back. You know, I got out of Kusama, Polkadot I own in my IRA. Yeah, that's it for now. Gnosis I own, but I got out of that. Yeah, sold Gnosis. I bought Gnosis at $40 or $30 in 2019. Bought $1,000 worth and sold. I was worth like $40K at the top, so I dumped all of it out from like 300 to 400, and then back down on the dip to, I think I sold the last ones at like 210. So you got to just funnel out and find that next round of coins. So Anchor was one we crushed last bull run. Didn't do as well as Matic, VeChain, Zilliqa, Polkastarter, Hex, but you know, it is what it is. You got to be in it to win it. You got to invest in what you believe in. Don't listen to just me. Listen to people smarter than me. Listen to Rags. Listen to Whales. You know, listen to, I'm trying to think who else is really good. Nodi Crypto is really good for XLM and HBAR stuff. Mickey B Fresh for the Flare stuff is pretty good. And now I'm just rambling, so I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Appreciate the support. Same time, 9:30 a.m., bright and early. And maybe we'll see a Pulsechain launch or have word that we are moving to mainnet. Until then, hodl strong.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.